All right, everyone. In this video, I want to show you how to correctly take a photo of your finished drawing. There are good ways and bad ways to take a photo of a piece of artwork, and so I'm going to just try to go through some of the good things and some of the bad things so that you know how to best represent your work when you're handing it in. Presentation really is everything. You could have this great drawing, but then if you take a picture of it and there's a shadow being cast across it, or the light is uneven, or it's taken at an angle where I can't really see it, it's going to be very hard for me to assess. So I just want to go through and show you some options for taking a good picture for your final drawing. Okay, so first off, what I did here was I just got a little bit of this tape and I put a piece of tape like this, rolled up a piece of tape like this, just a tiny bit. I rolled it and then I put it on all four corners. So if there's any corner of your paper that is lifting, or if anything is crinkled or warped or anything, putting a piece of tape in all four corners, under all four corners, will ensure that the piece of paper is nice and flat to a surface. Now I have mine taped to this drawing board that I have. You do not have to tape it to a drawing board. You could tape it to any sturdy surface. A book will be fine, a clipboard, a binder that's level, any level, flat, hard surface you could tape your drawing down to. And then as you can see, as I'm talking here, shadows are being cast across my drawing. I'm in my studio space right now and it has decent light. It has two big windows. So the lighting in here is not terrible, but I still think I can do better. I want to try to get to a brighter spot in my house. Natural lighting is always the best lighting to take a picture in. So I could either bring this outside or I could just bring it into a room that has a lot of natural light coming in. So I'm going to take you for a walk with me around my house to find the best spot to actually take a picture of my crumpled piece of paper drawing. First, like right over here, I have this little office space with this desk, and there's a lamp here, and it is also right near a window. And putting it down near the lamp, I can see that the lamp is kind of like creating a glare on some of my values, particularly like right here, if you notice, when I try to put it straight and flat, there's like a little glare from the lamplight. So lamplight is really not the best. A lot of you would think, oh, I'm gonna just put my drawing right under a lamp and take a picture there, but it casts like a warm light. It sometimes creates a glare, so it's really not the best solution. So I'll take you for another walk through the kitchen. So I have this little mud room, and in here I've got two big windows and the door. So there's a lot of natural light coming in here. It's a very bright room. Typically when I photograph my artwork, I just bring it right outside. So if it's a nice day and you want to bring it right outside to take a photograph of it, that's really the best situation. But if it happens to be raining or something and you don't want to bring it outside, then you can just bring it to the next brightest room, a room that has a lot of natural light coming in. Happen to have a surface that I can put it on right here. And then I'm going to, yeah, that light looks good. This is going to be clear. And then I'm going to hold my phone directly above my drawing at a bird's eye view, meaning like just right above it, hovering over it. I want to, before I snap my picture, make sure that the edges of my drawing are parallel with the edges of my screen. So right now I'm looking at it and just looking at one edge here, like the top edge, looks pretty parallel to my phone screen. And of course I'm talking, so it's moving around a little bit. And the bottom edge looks pretty good. I might just have to tilt my phone a little bit. That looks better. Now all the edges look like they're parallel to the phone screen. And then I'll snap my picture. Once you snap your picture, you can then go in and use your crop tool on your phone to crop out. Notice how the board is showing. Once I've taken my picture, the board is still showing in the photograph. So if I use the crop tool on my phone, I can crop that out and crop right to the edges of my drawing, so that the only thing showing in the picture is my drawing. It looks nice and professional. If you don't want to mess with that, you're worried about cropping too far in, you feel like it's clear enough, the picture is clear enough for me to assess, you don't have to do that. That's just kind of like a nice little finishing touch. It looks professional when you actually crop it and submit it that way. But again, if you don't want to do that and you fear that you'll mess it up by cropping it, you could just submit pretty much as is. Notice there are no pencils or anything. There's no debris around it. Like, even if I didn't crop this out, this would be a nice, clear, clean shot. There's nothing obstructing the view. I've signed my work. Okay, so just make sure you do all those little things and you're presenting this in the best possible light. And then I'll ask that you submit to Google Classroom in response to the assignment. Last thing, if you happen to be photographing, like finishing this up late at night and photographing at night and natural light isn't the best route because it's too dark, the next best thing would be to go into a very well lit room, preferably one that has fluorescent lighting. I know maybe like a lot of your basements might, like if it's a finished basement, you might have fluorescent lighting with a drop ceiling in there. Maybe even the bathroom would have really bright light to take a picture in. You don't want to go into a dark room with one lamp and take a picture, because that's going to show very uneven lighting and it'll be hard to see the shading in your drawing. It'll be difficult for me to assess that. So next best thing to natural light, going outside or being in a very bright room, would be going in a room that has very bright, even lighting, as even as possible. And then again, snap your picture, crop, and upload.